Story 11, The Boathouse in the Fog. There's a lake deep in the pine country of New Jersey called Fallen Pines Lake, smooth and dark as glass. On its northern shore stands an old boathouse that everyone in town knows, but no one uses. It's been there for nearly a century, gray wood weathered to silver, leaning slightly over the water on rotting pilings. The boards never creak, the door never swings in the wind. It's always still, always cold, even on the hottest July day, when the rest of the lake ripples with sunlight and laughter. That corner stays quiet, motionless as a grave. Locals say the chill starts before you reach it. Walk too close and the air drops 20 degrees. Birds avoid the roof, even dragonflies turn away from that patch of shore. For years, people avoided it, just another leftover from a vanished summer colony. But one autumn afternoon, a man named Daniel decided to explore it. He was new to the area, an amateur photographer who thought the decaying old structure would make for a perfect picture. The day was bright and calm, but as he walked down the narrow path towards the boathouse, the temperature fell. His breath began to fog. The lake's surface, mirror still, turned dark beneath him, like a shadow had passed over the sun. He stepped onto the dock. The wood was slick with moss, but unnaturally solid, as if the water beneath had frozen. The door hung half open. Inside, the air felt thick, like a basement sealed too long. Dust floated in the light, unmoving. The walls were lined with old hooks and chains, but no boats, just the faint smell of something metallic and wet. He took a few photos, the flash briefly lighting up the inside. When the light faded, something shimmered beneath the water just outside. A glint of gold, faint but steady. He leaned over the dock, squinting. It was maybe 10 feet out, half buried in the mud, a small, square object catching the weak sunlight. A box. Curiosity won out over caution. Daniel found an old pole on the dock and used it to fish the thing closer. The mud sucked at it as he pulled until it finally broke free with a sound like a gasp. He reached down, grabbed it, and lifted it onto the dock. It was an old tin box, sealed tight, engraved with strange, swirling lines and faint letters, too worn to read. But when his hand touched it, the air went deathly still. The lake, which had been calm, began to ripple outward in slow, perfect circles. And then came the sound, a low creak, like wood bending beneath a weight. But it wasn't the dock, it was inside the boathouse, something moving. Daniel turned, heart pounding. In the shadows beyond the doorway, he saw a shape, tall, hunched, dripping. It stood where the light didn't reach, head tilted as though watching him. He stumbled backward, nearly slipping into the water, the box still clutched in his hand. Then the door began to swing shut, not fast, just steady, as though pulled by an invisible current. He dropped the box. It hit the dock with a clang and rolled into the lake. Instantly, the water went calm again. The ripples stopped, the air warmed, and when he looked back at the doorway, the shadow was gone. Daniel never told anyone what he saw, and he moved out of town before winter. The locals say he left his camera behind, still on the lake shore, half submerged in the mud. And on foggy mornings, when the water is still and the light hits just right, you can see that same golden glint beneath the surface. The box is still there, waiting for someone else to reach for it.